Yo, we've made it to the final week of the Respawn Recruits Invitational that happened here in March of 2024. It's been an insane challenge so far these last 3 weeks. We started off with 110 creators. And over the last 3 weeks of the different challenges that we've been presented with, we have cut that number down to 30, which is absolutely wild because each and every one of those 110 creators who were invited to this competition had exactly what it needed to be a Respawn Products partner. They were all amazing creators, and that's why they were invited to this competition. So to be in the final 30 in itself is an absolutely just massive blessing and an honor. I put a lot of hard work into this competition over these last 3 weeks, and what we're gonna do in this video today is we're gonna go over these last 3 weeks. You know, what have we done? What do we learn? And you know, what have we gotten out of this experience? And why do we feel that now that we're in the top 30 and there's only one cut left, why do we deserve to be a partner with Respawn? So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to go over some of these last couple of weeks, what we ended up doing, all the fun we had, what we've learned, what we've grown. And then at the end, we'll kind of give it a reason of why we should be the next Respawn product partnership or partner. So let's get into this. Let's get into week one. All right, so we're talking about week one. Week one was an absolutely crazy week. It was that first week, everybody was invited, brought into this big group of 110 creators, and I'll be honest, it kind of felt like going back to college, that first day of school, where you're going to this classroom with a bunch of people who are very much your peers, very much equal to you as far as what we're doing, but you don't know any of them yet. You want to get to know them, but you just don't know yet, and it is definitely a really crazy feeling being put into that group of really amazing people. So that was kind of how week one just kind of kicked off. It was wild. It was exhilarating. It was a rush of kind of energy, a vibe that I hadn't had in a while. Again, most of the content that I create on my channel is solo content. I don't usually play with other people. I play Pokemon VGC and stuff like that. So a lot of this group kind of stuff I don't normally do, and it's very, very new to me. So that was kind of the first kind of like step. I've always kind of got to break some of my own boundaries to step into these competitions and say, you stop being alone, man. Start doing some stuff with other people. It's one of the main reasons why I like doing these competitions, because they really push me. And the week one challenge was definitely a push because we had to introduce ourselves and who we are as a content creator. And it definitely got you kind of thinking like, you know, who am I? What am I doing here? What is the purpose? What is the drive? What is the passion? What is the energy? You know, what is this? Why am I doing this? Who am I? It was a great way to start off the competition. I enjoyed it a lot. I was able to really kind of figure out who I am. And one of those things that I've kind of been struggling with over the years is that, you know, I've been very much a Pokemon content creator. And being in a smaller community like the Pokemon content community or Pokemon VGC, Shiny, whatever it is a smaller community. It is not like Call of Duty or Apex Legends or League of Legends. Like, those communities are massive. They're very, very large. The Pokemon community is a little bit more tight-knit. It's definitely a little bit smaller, especially in content creation. So, you know, I've always kind of struggled with the fact that, you know, I've had success in this kind of a community, but I was worried or stressed myself, you know, is this all I can do? Is WDMichael just a Pokemon content creator? And it always kind of bothered me because, you know, I love other video games. It's something that I've always been super passionate about. I love creating content with other things, but I never really got into it. I've always I found myself stuck with Pokemon, and the real reason being was because whenever I post something else to my Pokemon socials that wasn't Pokemon related, I lose followers. Like, I would immediately, like, any of those posts would have, you know, 0 likes compared to 200. I'd also would see some of my followers dwindle. I mean, I think there was actually one post on Instagram, and I think this is one where that actually kind of woke me up. It was about a week before the Respawn Invitational hit. I posted something about, I think, Sea of Thieves. And the next morning I woke up, I was down 20 followers on Instagram. And I mean, I get it. It was kind of like a wake up for me. It's like, hey, you know, the people who follow you on Instagram, they follow you for Pokemon content. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you start posting other things, they may not want to stick around. And that was okay. It was a realization. It was something, it was a growing moment for me. And I decided that once that happened, that I was going to finally push myself to create my Let's Play content. And that Let's Play content was something that I've been really struggling to push myself to create, because I felt like I was just stuck in Pokemon content creation for so long. So I never did it. But once the Respawn Products, this invitational popped around, I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna push myself and make myself do this and really see what I can do with it, especially at a time where I'm already pushing myself. I'm already motivated. I've got the energy, the drive. This is the perfect time to start it. Start a new chapter in my life and reinvent who is WDMichael and kind of explore some more outlets for myself. And I'm really glad that I did, because during the first week, my first task was to create all of my Let's Play socials. So I created a Let's Play Instagram. I created a Let's Play TikTok. I created a Let's Play Twitter. And then I also had my second YouTube channel, which I hadn't really posted anything on. And so I had this whole basically Let's Play section created right at the beginning of the Recruits Invitational. And what I wanted to do throughout the Recruits Invitational is take all the stuff that I've learned from Pokemon over the years and apply it to a new game and a new set of socials to see what I could do with it. And so my goal over these last couple weeks has been to really focus on, one, still creating my Pokemon content, because, well, that's what I enjoy doing. I love making Pokemon content, but also adding in other content that I also enjoy to kind of supplement that, not make myself bored or, burnt out. Give myself something else to do, something that I really enjoy. That was Sea of Thieves. I've always loved Sea of Thieves. It's been a favorite game of mine for years. I played it for a long time, and I said, you know what? We're gonna start making content. That's exactly what we did. First week ended up starting, and I made that goal for myself to kind of track these socials throughout the competition to see where we ended up, what we would learn, and how we grew. And so that was one of the kind of the bigger things that I did in week one, and definitely one of my own personal. It wasn't anything for Respawn Recruits. This was not part of the challenge. This was for me. This was my own personal challenge to myself to take a different step in other directions and push myself. Because that's already what we're doing in the Respawn Recruits Invitational, is pushing ourselves. So why not do it again? And that's what I did. And it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I've been able to create some really awesome content over the weeks. On my Instagram, my YouTube, we've had a couple of videos hit 2,000 plus views, and it's been really awesome. So that was it showed to me, I learned about myself that I could create content outside of Pokemon and do it successfully, if not better. And that is something I'll take with me after this competition and hold high above my head, that I can't do something other than Pokemon. And that's exactly what I wanted to prove to myself in this competition. All right, so then we hop into week two, and week two was one of probably the more stressful weeks for me, because in the last Respawn Recruits Challenge for 2023, I actually got kicked out in the top 50, and that was right during the collaboration challenge. And I said it in the beginning, I struggle with collaboration. I 100% have no problem creating content by myself, doing things on my own, and just focusing on what I'm doing. I have zero problem with it. But I also know that if I want to grow as a content creator, grow as a person, that I do need to work with other people. I do need to collab. I do need to do those kind of things, because those experiences, those interactions have helped me grow to the person I am today. So if I don't do them, then I'm not going to continue growing into the best person or best content creator that I can be. So I really wanted to, slam this week two challenge and really come out on top on this one, because this is kind of where I fell short in the last one. And I wanted to prove to myself that I can make good collaboration videos. I can do collaborations, and I can do them well and enjoy them. And that's exactly what we did in week two. I actually ended up doing 2 collaboration events. The first one was a Minecraft collaboration. Now, Minecraft for me is very new. I've never played Minecraft. I've never even thought about playing it. Haven't ever gotten onto it. And then also to play with 8 or so other people on a hardcore server with lives, that was very new and very, I don't even know what the word I'm trying to think of, but it was uncomfortable, to say the least. But I knew that doing that next step and being uncomfortable was something that I need to do to grow as a content creator. So I did it, and I had an absolute blast. And what I learned from that one was that I need to constantly check my audio when I'm recording videos, because during that entire session, of recording, I had no sound. My video was dead, and it was, you know, one of those things where it was like I was upset, obviously, because I wanted to get out a video for the collaboration event, but it was also something for me. It was like, you know, we're not all perfect. I'm not going to do everything right 100% every time, but I'm also going to learn from those mistakes. And what I learned was check your audio so you don't record a video with no sound, which I know that almost all of us have done in the past, and we've all done, and we will do it again in the future. But again, it's just one of those funny things that, like, we messed up, but we kept moving on. And so I did another collaboration event that I'm really proud about. This was with Court Slay. It was a Sea of Thieves collaboration where we ended up doing a Tall Tale series. And now the reason why I wanted to do this one was because it was definitely way outside of my realm. One, I wanted to start creating Sea of Thieves content and doing that side of content, but I also have never really done Let's Play content, single player content, campaign content. And so I was struggling. I wanted to get into it, but I didn't know how. Court Slay is an absolutely fantastic content creator on YouTube who does a lot of Let's Play content, just a lot of campaign stuff. And so I reached out to her and I said, hey, would you like to collaborate on this and do something that is definitely outside of my comfort zone and potentially outside of your comfort zone because you don't really play Sea of Thieves? And she said yes. And it was one of the better collaborations that I've ever had. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast going through the Tall Tale series and doing an actual kind of like a campaign style content, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was very new to me, and it was definitely something I learned so much about. I've never done Let's Play single player campaign content, and being able to learn and talk from Court Slay and see what her opinions on, like how to open the video, how to end the video, how to do the thumbnail, how to title it, all those kind of things she helped me out with. And that was something that was super awesome. I mean, I'm super beyond grateful for it. And it's another one of those things that comes out of these Respawn challenges that we do, is just learning and growing. And that's exactly what I did with Court Slay. And I'm excited to do more of those, because that's another part of this, is that, you know, we did our first collaboration video and we've talked about it, and we want to continue making more of them. And so it's something that we're going to continue even after this Recruits Invitational is done with, no matter how the ending of this ends up being, if any of us are partners, if some of us are not. I'm going to go away with this with things that I can take away and be happy about. You know, I've got collaboration events with other content creators. I've started a whole new Let's Play social. Like, I've done things that I can take with me and not feel bad about. And that's the best part about it. And now into week 3. Week 3 was the kind of the journey. Like, how did we get to where we are as content creators? What have we done to reach the point where we are? And why do we continue doing it? I love this challenge because it's something that I haven't really, I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at or even thought of touching since I started creating content. I've never really gone back and looked and taken a visit into what I've done. It was eye-opening. It was really nice to kind of see what I've done, what I've accomplished. And it gave me another sense of, I don't know, like, it gave me almost another sense of purpose. Like, it almost gave me more energy, drive, passion to do this job. And a lot of it came from the fact that I was, you know, reminiscing of the things that I've done. And I've done some really amazing things in this space over the time that I'm really proud of. All the charity work that we've done over on this channel has been fantastic. We've created just an amazing community that helps and supports each other and supports charities. And that's something that, like, again, not everybody can say. And that's something that I can say with my head held high, that I've created something that's impacted other people's lives in a positive way. And that's kind of why I still, and you know, after going through that, was kind of what I learned about myself. The reason why I'm still doing this is because as much as this job for me gives me purpose, gives me something to do, I know that I'm impacting other people's lives with the content that I'm creating in a positive way, not in a negative way. Because then, I mean, obviously, like, who wants to impact people's lives in a negative way? But the positiveness that I've given to other people is something that people can't take away from me. I will always carry that with me, knowing that I have made other people's lives better. I have given them happiness, joy. It's just something that, like, I cannot stress enough how great of a feeling it is. And no matter how this Saturday goes with the cuts, knowing after going through this week 3 challenge of the things that I've accomplished, the things that I'm proud about, can't take those away from me. They're here. Like, they're right here. And it was awesome. It was definitely a really amazing learning experience about myself. And we grew a lot. That was a real week of growing for us as content creators. So the final talking point for this challenge in this video is going to be, why should I, WDMichael, be a partner with Respawn Products? Like, what's the reasoning? Like, why I'm a good creator, cool, but like, why do we belong as a good fit? So I'll explain what I feel and the reason why I feel like I would want to be a partner with Respawn. One, I mean, they have amazing products. And I learned early on in content creation that if you're going to partner with a company, partner with companies that you actually like, enjoy, and use their product. And I'll be honest, I've been using this Respawn chair for a little over 2 years now, and it has been one of the best things for me. Because I have muscular dystrophy. I have an insane amount of back pain, hip pain, I have pain. My body hurts. And some of my previous chairs have really limited the amount of time that I'm able to sit in my chair, do my work, and actually be productive. Because there's a lot of times where I'd be in my chair and I wouldn't be productive because I was hurting the entire time. So to have a chair like this that, one, keeps my butt cool because it's mesh, it's comfortable, like, this has saved my life. It's made me be a better creator just because I can actually sit here and create content for more than a half an hour. That alone has been one of the biggest reasons why I've even tried or wanted to promote or be a part of Respawn, is because I like their product. They have a great product. Second reason being is that I love how this company is. Their environment of the company, the way that they hold themselves on social media is just, it is far different than a lot of other companies that I've seen. I've seen companies where they will absolutely use their content creators just to use their names to get them out and sponsor and promote and do all that kind of stuff. They don't care about their content creators. That is definitely not something that I feel like I would get from Respawn Products. One of the core things about Respawn Products is that there is no commission for the stuff that you sell. I have no problem with that. I have obviously commissions with stuff like Advanced GG or Gamer Advantage, but the whole not getting commission things from Respawn is not something that ever bothered me. I wasn't like, and I know that it did bother some people. They immediately were like, nah, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Well, I heard that, and it didn't faze me even a little, because that's not what I'm in here for, this partnership. I'm not in here to get money by selling their chairs. I don't need that. I don't care about those commissions. I care about the fact that this company has created these competitions like the Respawn Recruit Invitational that has really forced and pushed a lot of content creators to push themselves out into the communities, push themselves as content creators, and be the best that they can, grow as creators. And that kind of uplifting kind of environment that they've created is something that I want to be a part of. I am a content creator and I'm good at what I do, but I'm not perfect. I have a lot of growth that I could do in the time that I'm going to be creating content. And I know that Respawn will help me in getting that growth. They will help me in fostering my growth as a content creator, you know, helping these challenges and getting us into collaboration events, getting us into, you know, finding other ways of you know, promoting our content. They're really good about doing that, and that's something that I want. I want to be a part of a family that is actually fostering the growth of the content creators around them instead of using them to grow their company. That is one of the big reasons why I really enjoy Respawn, why I've been in every one of the Respawn invitationals or the Respawn challenges that I've seen since I've known about them. I love the environment that they've created, and it's something that I want to be a part of because I want to continue growing as a content creator. That is, I don't know why I'm crying again. But hands down, that is the reason why I want to be a partnered content creator with Respawn, because I know that they will help me in growing. They will help me in growing as a person, as a content creator, and as an individual, which is something I want in life. I want to be a better version of myself, and I know that this partnership will help me in doing that. So that is the reason why I, WDMichael, would like to be a partner with Respawn Products.